Nur-D says he got hit in the back by some sort of projectile, and while on the ground, he kept repeating,
I said, my name is Matthew James Obadiah Allen. I'm a United States citizen. I have done nothing wrong.
He thought they would be the last words he would ever say.
We'll give some respect to Michael 5000 Watts, co-founder of Swisher House Records, obviously DJ Screw, Chopped and Screwed, Houston, big impact on the hip-hop South. Harold Williams II and Aura V, his daughter. Right now, she's around 8 years and 7 months old, and she breaks the record for the youngest Grammy winner ever. We know Fyutch. I was just social mediaing with Fyutch. We was just kicking it. We're gonna do a segment that I like to call Hip Hop News That Isn't About Dumb Shit. I know. It's a little delayed. It's called Hip Hop News That Isn't About Dumb Shit.
Yes.
It's my segment. So I'm changing the screen around. Oh, look at all this magical mystery. You gotta see, this is so beautiful. Okay. I'm very happy. The reason why I had you on this, not the only reason why, one of the reasons why this on the show is like when people hear me say things like hip hop could save America and, hip hop is and so many people, especially if you're removed from the culture, especially if you're removed from the inside baseball circles that we deal with, where we do see what I'm about to describe, you're not familiar with it. You're saying, I don't understand. Like, how can rap, change? Like, it doesn't even do that anymore. Like,
right.
People are like, no, there's still some people that do that, but yeah, okay, Kendrick Lamar, what else? And I'm like, I'm not even talking about the music. I'm not even talking about the entertainment. I'm not even talking about, and yes, there's music and there's artists that put the art out there in the world, and that's still important as ever. But what I'm saying is, TK, everything you just said in the past 40 minutes that we talked about comes from a little bit, or a decent amount, as you said at the end, your connection to hip hop.
Yeah.
You're not rapping about Minneapolis.
I'm adjacent, if anything.
But
in terms of performance, I'm hip hop. I'm not what the people think of, but I'm hip hop.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying the gems, the idea of hip hop could save America is not necessarily just attached to the entertainment side, the music as expression. Yeah. That's important, and we could talk about that all day, about how the industry doesn't really function like that anymore, and when we don't see a lot of that, people give up. They say, well, it's not like we don't have protest music anymore, so what are we doing? It's not happening. It's not that anymore. Someone literally said, someone put up a story, which I covered, I'm about to cover right now in Hip Hop News That Isn't About Dumb, a new course at Princeton University about the history of women in hip hop at Princeton.
Okay.
Someone put it out on, maybe it was hot97.com or whatever, put the story out. And of course, Facebook, internet, the amount of misogyny and racism in the comments section was egregious. But even some people that you could tell are from the communities are like, I don't even know what this means. I don't even know what hip hop is anymore. And there's this narrative out there that persists. I will talk about it with Lyrical Faith real quick in the interview we're going to play next, that this doesn't exist in hip hop music and culture as a whole. Yeah. And I'm here every week disproving this. So whoever gonna listen. Yeah. But you're an example of this. You didn't come out here talking about nothing about hip hop music songs but what you're doing comes from that DNA.
Yeah. Nah, you know what? I saw that article too, and I was like, oh, cool. We can never have enough classes, courses, or whatever about all the things hip hop has offered us, especially women in the industry.
Yep.
I mean, maybe let me put my tinfoil hat on for 2 seconds.
I'm with you. Yep.
And I'm not, where I find things to be suspect is often, I don't know what this institution is going to do with the content. You know what I'm saying? Like how they're going to deliver it. This is my little tinfoil hat.
No, you're right. We're talking about this all the time.
We need to teach it, and to teach it right, we need to teach it once so that we can teach it better the next time. So we can teach it better the third time. So we have to trust the process and hope that the person that put forth this program really does care about women.
Yep.
Really does care about hip hop.
Yep.
Really does care about women in hip hop. Right. And then to bring that to the next generation through a university standpoint. Because universities, got issues of their own.
Yeah.
Institutions
100%.
have issues of their own.
100%.
So this is my little tinfoil 2 cents. But I'm trusting the process that hip hop will make it through. And all these people that's talking, these people ain't going to school.
That's right.
So shut the F up.
That's right. Now,
You're not paying the tuition.
100%. Now, I will happen to say that we do this all the time on the show. We do talk about, we'll start here. This is hip hop news. It isn't about dumb shit. It's an interesting piece of news about hip hop, not outside of the, outside of the entertainment, the gossipy, the who got beef with who, or whatever. Yeah. It's about hip hop in the institution, in a college course, in a college setting. And we talk about this a lot. I have a lot of hip hop educators on the show, and many of them are absolutely 1 foot in the culture, 1 foot in academia. And they recognize and they talk about and we address all the time. And honestly, I probably don't have anybody on this show that doesn't have that same tinfoil hat or that same guard up, right? To make sure that it's not being abused. It's not being, a gimmick to get butts in seats, as Dr. Gloria Ladson-Billings. I don't know if you know, I wrote a book.
What?
I did.
You?
Right?
Show us the book, man.
Come on now. And in this book, I had folks like Dr. Gloria Ladson-Billings, who is a foundational, culturally relevant, culturally responsive, pioneer, who then, said, hey, hip hop is a way to connect with young people, to bring people to make sure that we're respecting the culture, the cultural lens, the cultural viewpoint of our students in the academic space.
Right.
And when you come in with that care and intention and that purpose, you enhance the lives of these students, period. Full stop, period. Right. Yeah. But we talk about, and her interview in my book, and again, you can't tell me I'm not talking to the pioneer. You can't say, hey, man, you making these things up. This is nonsense. You don't come with receipts. And I'm like, I'm talking to the brilliant pioneers who do this work. Said, no, we're always on guard for that, for that gimmicky, for that, oh, it's a fun thing to do. It's, we can bring some hip hop into the classroom. So when I advocate for something, I've already vetted it a little bit. So I will say that the Miss Education, the Women of Hip Hop course at Princeton University, is run by, you might remember Chesney Snow.
Yeah.
From the American Beatbox Championship.
Beatbox dude, yeah.
Come on. This guy advocated for the beatbox, as an art form, ran the American Beatbox Championships for 9 years. Super, lover, respecter of the art form, the culture of hip hop. He's at Princeton. He's teaching.
All right.
And again, when we say we don't get these artists, we don't get people talking about hip hop, about political issues, I'm like, you got hip hop heads that are teaching the youth about the culture. Yeah. That's pretty important too. So shout to Chesney Snow. Gonna have him on. Eternia. You know the MC Eternia from Toronto. Yes. She's also an educator in this class.
All right then. So we good. We good, guys.
See, we're good.
I took the hat off. It's
there
fine.
You go. So
fine.
So I love that we have to make sure that, as advocates, as watchdogs, sort of that's as I roll as media figures or, personalities or whatever you want to call us, we're always watching like, all right, who's in charge of this? Who's doing this? What are they trying to do? Yeah. And so in this case, I think, anyway, think about it, look about it, look into it. It's an interesting fact. By the way, real quick, you will find these stories like this, hip hop news that isn't about dumb-ish, in the Hip Hop Can Save America newsletter. It's on Substack. You'll see it on the screen right down there. mannyfaces.substack.com. You might not have heard about the story. You might have, because this got picked up by a few of the hip hop media sites that are out there. But a lot of what we talk about here won't be. And as much as I hate it, and they won't have Tasty Keisha on. So
that's right.
This is where you're going to hear this. I usually start with sort of the sad story when I do this segment. Yeah. So we'll do that. We'll give some respect to Michael 5000 Watts. This was the Houston co-founder of Swisha Records, Swisha House Records. Obviously, DJ Screw, Chopped and Screwed, Houston, big impact on the hip hop South. Passed away. The DJ and businessman died January 30th. Was news dropped that he was hospitalized very quickly, had some heart issues, and unfortunately passed away. So we do the dove emoji and we give flowers. You know what I mean? Like when someone major. Houston. Yeah, there you go. There you go. 100%. Bun B, of course, said, Houston, we lost a legend today. The Trill Burgers family sends deepest condolences to the family and friends of Real Swisha House co-founder Michael 5000 Watts. Paul Wall, you know, who got his first break rapping, you know, along with Watson, would later join the Swishahouse label, posted a tribute. I want to extend heartfelt gratitude for his guidance and friendship. My prayers and condolences are with his family during this difficult time. A tough loss for Texas and for hip hop. Thank you, Watts, for everything. This was a major player, man. Swishahouse, Houston. That Houston hip hop scene was heavy for a minute, man.
Yeah.
That whole sound, that whole chopped and screwed was like
Yeah.
a
Then for me, as a New Yorker, I'll just say, like, you know, when they brought that whole moment to the East Coast, with like Big Pimpin' and stuff, you know,
yeah.
you know, that's where my familiarity comes from. Even
Right.
though, like, yeah, there's a broader sense of that. But once they, you know, they bring it to your own backyard like that,
Yeah.
unforgettable.
Once it breaks through to the East Coast bias,
Yeah, in fact.
because we did.
Yeah.
It was like down south was bullshit until Outkast came out. We're like, oh, these dudes is kind of nice. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I ain't gonna hold you.
Well deserved. Man.
Yeah,
So
and
accolades, well deserved. Rest in peace to that bro, man.
100%. And again, you know, I don't know if this was a chronic health issue. You know, we hear a lot about, especially black men, you know, but men in general, us hard-headed asses don't like to go to the doctor and stay. I'm not saying that this was his case.
Right.
It's just a reminder because he was young, bro.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't know if it says here, but had to be like around 50, maybe 52, if I recall correctly.
Ooh,
Like that's,
baby.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just had a birthday. Y'all know me, Team Aquarius. I just had a birthday and I'm older than that. So I need to, So make sure you go to the doctor, people. You got to check up on things. Again, going and rest in peace, 5,000. So going back to the Minneapolis thing, again, hip hop related, there's actually another artist, and we heard a lot from in Ferguson, Michael Brown, and then St. Louis, and we heard from Tef Poe. Right. So Tef Poe was the artist on the ground, you know, out in the midst of all the, you know, wildness that was happening in that time.
Yeah.
There's always a hip hop artist on the ground. Always a hip hop artist. And again, if you know me, my Newsbeat family, I love getting journalism from hip hop artists. You don't have to rap that ish, but
just tell us.
Just tell us because you're a storyteller. You're an observer. Like most rappers, I don't care if you don't like them or not. Most rappers see things and then they project it. Now, some of it is embellished and, you know, pure fiction, but the ones who like tell it like it is are fantastic journalists. I did it with the Newsbeat podcast. And Nur-D, Nur-D, Nur-D is a hip hop artist from Minneapolis who was attacked and detained by federal officers.
Oh no!
In Minneapolis, so it says Twin Cities rapper and activist Nur-D stopped by The Current, which is a local media outlet, The Current in Minneapolis, studios to tell the story of what was supposed to be a regular Saturday afternoon turned into the harrowing experience of being detained by federal agents shortly after the 37-year-old ICU nurse Alex Preddy was killed in Minneapolis. They did a whole interview with him, and again, it goes back to what we were talking before. There are people on the ground that speak our language. They just kick it and they'll tell you what's going on. You don't have to go through the news channels. You don't even have to watch Don Lemon. You listen, a lot of people have a lot of things to say about Don Lemon. They're not everyone's, you know, favorite guy, one way or the other. And even though he's independent and not shackled by corporate, that may not be your guy.
Yes.
That's fine.
But the thing is happening. Like the detaining, the arrest, the beatdowns, the murders. It's happening to people you like. It's happening to people you don't like. And if you know, we out here talking about, they out here talking about freedom, right? But who's taking the freedoms away? The people that cry about freedom the most.
It's wild.
Y'all crying about freedom, but you're arresting every Tom, Dick, and Harry that walks down their block.
It's crazy.
I don't even really know what to do with like that information.
Yeah.
So the young man, the dude, he's out right now.
Yep, and he stopped by the studios to do it. So I'm going to link to. By the way, again, you have to sign up for the newsletter to get all these links delivered to you. I'm telling you stories that you can go Google, but I'm going to hand deliver them to you. So why would you do anything else but subscribe at mannyfaces.substack.com? It's pretty simple. I give this all this stuff to you. Hand curated with love and delivered in a basket into your into your inbox with a little bow on top. I'll play a real quick clip of him talking. Yeah. So the link I first showed was a long interview with the current. That's an NPR affiliate, I think. So there's an audio version. But here he is talking to the local CBS station in Minnesota.
This is real. This is life or death. You could die just for saying, I don't like this.
I know you can't probably hear this, TK.
Local hip-hop artist says he thought he was going to die at the hands
on
of
the
federal
YouTube
agents. Local star Nur-D says they assaulted him at a protest following the death of Alex Preddy.
He told his story to our Reg Chapman.
This is where Nur-D shined.
Oh, nobody can hear it.
Practicing his craft.
Oh, yeah, you can hear it. Okay, good. I can hear it.
It was the events of January 24th that forced him out of his comfort zone and into the streets.
I went out there to voice my hurt, voice my pain, exercise my First Amendment right to say that I just don't think it's cool to kill people in the street.
While taking part in the protest, Nur-D says things got hectic.
There's flashbangs and there's gas everywhere. So I walk calmly, I walk slowly with my hands up. I was just being grabbed by somebody. And so I began to run, and when I was thrown to the ground, I was told that I was under arrest for assaulting a federal officer. That's what I was told.
Nur-D says he was hit in the back by some sort of projectile, and while on the ground, he kept repeating,
I said, my name is Matthew James Obadiah Allen. I'm a United States citizen. I have done nothing wrong.
He thought they would be the last words he would ever say.
I'm grateful. I'm alive. I'm here. I've been able to hug my wife and see my friends, and that is not something that was guaranteed in that moment.
Nur-D says he is proud to be a Minnesotan and glad to see his state standing up to what he calls an occupation by federal agents.
You're incredibly brave. This is not easy. You shouldn't have to do this, but the fact that you are isn't nothing. It is powerful. It is what is needed.
The artist known for storytelling says he will use his platform to tell the story of what's happening here in Minnesota.
I get to use my voice to say, like, we're done with this. Yeah.
With photojournalist Chris Cruz, Reg Chapman, WCCO News.
Nur-D says that he has a team of attorneys to represent him as he pursues legal action against DHS, ICE, and Border Patrol.
This is real.
Yeah. So it's a longer conversation, but there's a lot of people that talk about the lack of, Joe Budden just said it on his podcast. Hip hop is silent about all this ICE stuff. Hip hop don't be saying nothing. Hip hop. Nur-D is hip hop. So is he saying something?
You know what I'm saying, Manny? He and his friends are not saying nothing. Well, he might be saying something, but his friends, because if those are all your colleagues, right? Well, kudos to you, Joe Budden, for calling out your colleagues, because that's how I'm going to receive it.
There you go. There you go. Now, what I would love, and you know me, I would love if Joe Budden, at the same time, calling out his colleagues, calls up some of the folks that don't get that level of, visibility, who are actually out there doing the thing you say no one in hip hop is doing. I mean, that's just me. So if he won't, that's all right. That's what I'm here for. That's what we do here. Moving on with hip hop news that isn't about dumb-ish, because I'll go on a rant about that for hours. Two quick stories, real quick. I want you to check this out. Again, subscribe to the newsletter to go down this rabbit hole. I talk all the time. We have so many people on the show about hip hop being used as a mental health tool, as a way to improve mental health. And here is a study that had come out from two folks at the Virginia Tech University. The headline says, "A new spin on ADHD treatment. Researchers are studying how DJing and hip hop music production could help improve ADHD symptoms in young adults through creative, non-drug therapy."
La-dee-da.
Come on. Now, if you watch this show, if you listen to this podcast, this ain't new to you. So it's nice to another study, but we need studies. Yeah. We need stuff in literature. We need stuff on the books. So I'm totally okay with this. In fact, it was put together by, the study was 60 young adults enrolled in a pilot program exploring whether learning to DJ could help improve symptoms of ADHD. It was co-led by a neuroscientist, Julia Basso, and hip-hop scholar, Craig Arthur. The study is testing music making as a creative, movement-based form of non-drug therapy. Craig Arthur was on Hip Hop Could Save America 5 years ago. So we be up on these things.
And he's in the, he did the study. All right now.
Now we've had Dr. Elliot Gann. We just had Teens Under Construction. We had my man Andrew Wang. We've had, Raphael Travis. We've had so many people talking about the intersection of mental health as an area where hip hop can improve young people's lives. And we talk about it ad nauseum, but I love when we got some scientific data to back it up, because there's some people saying, sure, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But, if you look at the data, you look at the receipts, it's right there. So I love this. We're going to link to this study. One of the quotes from Basso says, ADHD medications can be effective, but they don't work for everyone. They can come with side effects. And for some people, the effects wear off by the end of the day. We're exploring whether something like DJing could be another tool people use to manage their symptoms and support their well-being.
Yeah.
If that's
I feel like,
go ahead.
I wish they would have asked us. Because we could have answered that. You know what I'm saying? Because it engages all parts of our brains, right? DJing, beat matching, forethought, right?
Yep.
People with ADHD are always 12 steps ahead.
Right. The DJ has to scan the crowd and know what to play next and all these things.
Reading the room. I wish they would have asked. They could have saved a lot of money, but we here.
You got to prove it.
We need the papers. We
do. We absolutely do. And
papers.
And this is the wonderful thing about the combination of hip hop and academia, which again, tinfoil hats we careful of, but when you have practitioners in the room, and again, Craig Arthur's been doing the Virginia Tech studies. They have a whole hip hop lab. They bring the community in. They do music production. They do beat making. They do studies. It's a practice. Someone who loves the culture and says there's a place for these worlds to combine. And when we do that, we can improve lives. And when we improve the lives, we can print the receipts so that we can replicate and scale. And so absolutely valuable. Wild-Eyed Bob says, where's Andrew Wang? This is his beat. Shouts to Andrew Wang, big supporter of the show. You're right. He's I think he's sleeping. He said that he was recovering from an illness. He didn't get a chance to
we'll see him on the replay.
We'll see him on the replay. He'll definitely be in the building. Shouts to Andrew Wang, big supporter of this building, of this show. Not in the building, but yeah. So anyway, similarly, in the BBC, this isn't just U.S.-centric, because I don't know if you noticed, but Americans can be very self-centered. Yeah, U.S.-centric. And when we talk about hip-hop and on the show, it is called Hip Hop Could Save America. So admittedly, I'm very domestic-minded, because I think once we get it done here, we can do great things across the world. But also, even though we exported hip-hop across the world, the rest of the world does hip-hop a little bit differently than we do here sometimes. And we have a lot of value that could be re-imported back into it. But I thought it was really cool that you have this happening in Virginia Tech and you have this happening in England. The headline is, Students Use Music to Open Up About Trauma. And it's basically the same thing. Students at a school in Birmingham, not Alabama, Birmingham, are turning pain into poetry through a new music program, and program is spelled with an E at the end, so you know it's English. Yeah.
So you know it's really over there. Program,
aimed at helping young people process trauma. The program, called Hip Hop Healing, gives students at Holy Trinity Catholic School in Small Health the opportunity to write and record original music about issues affecting their lives, including bereavement, family conflict, and mental health. The initiative, created by art teacher James Bennett, was designed to help young people express personal experiences and challenges through songwriting and performance. Again, absolutely nothing new to anyone who pays attention to us. But every time we see it pop up in a new spot, in a new school, in a new place, that's the culture making, improving lives. And so we love to see it and shout it out, because you won't hear about this when a lot of places talk about hip hop. Give me a thumbs up if you're feeling me. Make sure you got to do all the YouTube things. Come on, y'all. We're very small channel still, but we rising up. We coming up. Give us a thumbs up. Shouts to my friend TK Dutes in the building, helping me do the hip hop news that isn't about dumb shit. We're gonna go long tonight, but if you can't stay up, no problem. Catch it on the replay. If you're just tuning in, you're in for a treat. My homie Imani Wallace, aka Lyrical Faith, is gonna come on and preview the Black AF, the Black Artistic Freedom Conference that's happening February 21st at UMass Amherst. I'll give 2 more stories and then we're out of here. And we'll go to that. You remember Mega Ran? Mega Ran was the homie, again, been through the New York hip hop scene, did some things. Brother was nominated for a Grammy.
Wow.
For Buddy's Magic Treehouse, and there's a story on Fox 10, and it says Raheem Jarbo, a former Phoenix middle school teacher known to fans as the hip-hop artist Mega Ran, is in Los Angeles this weekend, just the past weekend, for a Grammy Award. His album's Buddy's Magic Treehouse is nominated for Best Children's Music Album. And we know him, like we know him. He used to be, and still is a hip hop artist, but it says the nominated album was born out of his desire to create more variety in the music he played at home. He began writing hip hop songs to help his son with daily tasks like brushing teeth or learning the alphabet. The album title features his son's nickname, Buddy. So Buddy's Magic Treehouse, how fatherhood inspired a Phoenix artist Grammy nod, was covered on Fox 10.
Dad and former
We'll play it real quick.
Teacher is now a Grammy-nominated rapper.
Talk about a career change.
I know.
Unbelievable. His album, Buddy's Magic Treehouse, is up for Best Children's Music Album at this year's Grammys. Megan Spector joins us now in studio tonight with more about his journey to music's biggest night. Megan.
Yeah, by day, Raheem Jarbo was a middle school teacher here in the Valley. By night, he was performing as a hip-hop artist. But it wasn't until his decision to become a foster parent that ultimately shifted the pace of his music career. To his students, he's Mr. Jarbo. To his fans, he's Mega Ran. But it's the title of Dad that serves as his true inspiration for his music.
He was just a few months old, and when he was 2, we were able to adopt him. And that's what led to the change in my music. Right?
That pivot paved the way for Raheem Jarbo's now Grammy-nominated album.
And I like Baby Shark, but after the 70th time, I kind of wanted to give him something a little different. So I was like, I think I can write the songs that I want to bring into our home.
Writing children's-based hip-hop songs straight out of his very own parenting handbook.
He doesn't like brushing his teeth, so we wrote a song about brushing teeth. When I wanted him to learn his alphabet, we made a song about the alphabet.
His son, not only the inspiration behind his lyrics, but the album name.
His nickname is Buddy. His name's Zion, but we call him Buddy. And so the album is Buddy's Magic Treehouse.
A Valley middle school teacher turned full-time artist.
Anywhere that they would give me a mic in Phoenix, I would play.
Now he's trading local dives for the Grammys, where he's admittedly excited about potential red carpet run-ins.
It's got to be the girls from K-Pop Demon Hunters. Honestly. My son, too, he loves them. He's like, Ruby. He loves K-pop. So if I can meet those girls, oh, man, I would then become the coolest dad ever.
I spoke with Raheem right after he got to Los Angeles to kick off the award show weekend. His son, who's now 4 years old, is right there with them. I think I speak for all of us. We'll be rooting for him back here home in the Valley. We're live tonight in studio, Megan Spector, Fox 10 News.
Yes, we will. Great story.
That is so cool. Great.
Shouts to the homie Mega Ran and his Grammy nomination. That's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
For a second, you said Buddy's Magic Treehouse, and I said, is this just thought it was about weed for a second.
Buddy the Magic Dragon? What are you talking about? No, this is kid friendly. This is kid.
This for him.
We love this for him. And again, we know him. We know of him. When I was doing Breath Magazine, I covered some of his music, and it's great to see. Now, however,
it shows the growth though of us all.
It's
right?
true.
We have to grow from. Now we're in parenthood time, we're mothers and fathers. So.
And teachers. And this is what I keep saying. I preach this gospel all the time. Be like, I don't necessarily need to see a superstar making a song about something performative, whatever. And your hip hop artists necessarily couldn't make a living doing the type of hip hop music that we would like to see, because there's no money in that. Yeah. And some of y'all not supporting those type of artists that you keep saying you want. Real talk. So they went and became teachers.
Yeah.
And then they went to create children's hip hop to show that our young people, when you show a young person hip hop at an early age, and you say, when you get old enough to get your own phone, or you could, be on TikTok, or you could be on YouTube, you're going to see and hear a type of hip hop that isn't my type of hip hop. And you might get consumed and absorbed by that. And we'll criticize you for it later on, which is what's happening now. But if you show them when they're young, by the way, this is also hip hop. This is hip hop. This beautiful, storytelling, this beautiful, positive self-empowerment, like all the things. Show them young so that when they get out there and they see that first level of hip hop, that top level of hip hop, that commercial industry-driven hip hop, they won't be so sucked into it because they're going to be like, oh, I get that. Sure, there's a time and a place. But I also came up on Buddy's Magic Treehouse.
It's if you show the people what's underneath the iceberg, then they won't be impressed by just the tip. And that goes for a lot of things.
Come on with the bars. I say too many words and then you say a sentence and sum it all up. TK. TK for the win. Shouts out, man, Mega Ran. Now, fortunately / unfortunately, I don't believe he won.
Like he's now Grammy nominated.
100%. Because our other homie, the homie Fyutch, Fyutch and his daughter Aura are Grammy winners. Marilyn, father, daughter, who I reported on 2 episodes ago. My man Fyutch. Now, Fyutch used to run with us in the New York independent hip hop scene. Shouts to Freestyle Mondays. Shouts to Supreme Bars. Quote from Stereo Gum: "We've got a new record." Now, not only did they win, you see it on the stage. There's Fyutch and his daughter Aura, and they put out an album in the children's music album. The album's called Harmony. We played a clip from it last week. We've got a new record for the youngest Grammy winner ever. Tonight, Marilyn father-daughter duo Fyutch and Aura V took home the 2026 Best Children's Music Album for Harmony. Fyutch is the stage name of Maryland musician and teacher. You see some parallels here.
Yep.
Harold Williams II and Aura V, his daughter. Right now, she's around 8 years and 7 months old, and she breaks the record for the youngest Grammy winner ever. We know Fyutch. I was just social mediaing with Fyutch. We was just kicking it because I did a random video one night, like a couple months ago, and I was like, again, I'm like, I keep hearing people saying that hip hop ain't ish, like blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what you talking about? My man Fyutch and his daughter just is nominated for a Grammy, bro. They doing beautiful children's music, hip hop oriented. Like, what are you talking about? Where are you coming from with this incomplete knowledge about what hip hop is delivering to people these days?
Look at that. This is beautiful, bro. So
I want to play his speech. Yeah. So you'll see it on the YouTube, TK, but the rest of the people see it right here. Shouts to Fyutch and Aura V. Best Children's Music Album, which is crazy that we had Mega Ran and Fyutch in the same. Come on, man. This is just beauty for love. And you know what? As much as we talk about the Grammys not always getting it right, I'm just saying, check it out.
Giving all praise, glory, and honor to God. Children's music is more than a genre. It is an intention of artists who have dedicated our crafts to educating, entertaining, and empowering the next generation, which is our highest calling, to care for our children globally. And I don't think I'm being controversial. When I say this. We are failing our children. Anytime we vote against feeding, protecting, clothing, educating our kids, we are condemning our collective future. That's why I made this album. That's what called me to children's music. this mission. This is activism. This is revolution. Modeling these things like harmony, community, self-love, because you can't love other people unless you truly love yourself. So shout out to our collaborators, Genevieve Goings, Divinity Rocks, Van Van, Megaran, Kimberly Stewart, Caitlin Becker, all the homies on this album. My dad is on this album. Shout out to Pops. My mom is here. Shout out to my wife, Ebony. Shout out to my agent, Stephanie Mayers. Gail Ward, my consultant. Shout out to Miss Rachel. She ain't on this album, but she doing God's work right now. You know what I'm saying? But that's enough about me. Give it up for the youngest individual Grammy winner in history, my daughter, Nur-D.
I just want to say that it is an honor to be here today. I was not expecting us to go this far. Shout out to Leve. Because I just saw her on the red carpet and I got to talk to her for a little bit. And I know that she won a Grammy too, so congratulations to her.
You cannot tell me that the kids won't be all right.
I love that.
You can't tell me the kids won't be all right if we do our part.
Amen.
If you're not happy with the way of the culture, then you know what? Call up Fyutch. You don't listen to me. You should listen to me.
Yeah.
If you don't like,
well, he said we're failing our children if we don't teach them, if we don't clothe them, we don't feed them, we don't protect them, which takes us back to the fullest circle of our friends in Minneapolis. The neighbors are taking care. They making sure they get into the schools. They making sure they are home, getting home safe. They're making sure they're educated. They're making sure they're entertained in this time of occupation in our own freaking country. So yes, shout out to Miss Rachel.
100%. 100%.
And the rest of them.
And the rest of them.
Manny Faces. You sick for this one. Sick for this one.